about you, but I am so tired of people and internet and all the information constantly telling me what I should be or shouldn't be, how I should be or shouldn't be, trying to sell me some program, trying to tell me how to become better, how to do something better, how to become who I need to be in this world or how I should behave in this world. All of that noise, it feels so much. And if you're watching this video, I want to tell you that in fact you don't have to become nothing and nothing else than what you already are. The only thing that we have to do and should do and shall do is come back to our authentic self, come back to who we always were and knew at our core, in our soul, that is who we are. There is a lot of noise on the internet, a lot of nonsense of people trying to sell things, tell things, explain things, trying to pitch their program, pitch their service that are not rooted in truth. And that pisses me off, because I know how it is. Before you find your voice, before you find your soul, before you find your inner knowing, you can get swayed to place and can be very easily become prey to these people who don't really necessarily have good intentions, who are only for it for the money or whatever, or the financial reward. And this is not to shame anyone, because I also have my programs, I also help people, and of course it's a paid service. This is not to shame any people who are in this field, but it's about the people who actually take advantage and don't really bring their truth, their heart, their soul into what they are doing. That is what's a problem in today's society, because we are changing as a society. We are turning more towards the consciousness and towards healing, and more people are open towards these modalities and to work on themselves. But there is still people who don't necessarily know and don't train their discernment, and they cannot differentiate between what is real, what is true, what is heart-centered business, and what is just fluff. And that is no other way of finding it out other than going into it, and then you come out with the bad experience and you feel like the whole field is a big scam, which is not, because there is many of us soul-centered people who want to help. We want to help. We genuinely want to help. We have a mission to help with these transitions, with these transformations. But if this is the noise, everything is being said and done, and the bad repetition is going on and on, that is a problem. So I want to remind you that whatever doesn't feel right to you, it doesn't feel right in your body, in your heart, in your soul, in your gut, just use your discernment and don't engage with these things, because not everything that is marketed as great, as soul or spiritual, it really is. Okay, so we need to get back to the truth of our knowing, our body, our discernment. That is what we need to practice in today's world, because if we can be very easily swayed from side to side, from left to right, because I know when I was on my healing journey and I didn't have the tools, didn't have the modalities, didn't know which way to go, I felt overwhelmed by the noise. And sometimes I would, agree on certain things that were not really in alignment with me, but I was not tuned into myself back then. So I had a really hard time to discerning this and finding out what's right, what's not right. So I want to remind you that whatever doesn't feel right for you, for your soul, in your body, you feel like a little bit like, this is a bit strange, doesn't feel right, just remove yourself from that. Remove yourself, whatever it is. And we live in a world where information is flying left and right. So it is actually an attack to our consciousness. Our consciousness is being hijacked. If you don't protect yourself, if you don't take the responsibility for staying away from energies, from information, and from things that don't support your growth, don't support your mission, don't support your evolution here, you will be overwhelmed with everything and anything, which might not serve you in the long term. So this is all about discernment. We need to be able to use it. We need to be more discerning of what we allow into our space, what accounts we follow, what movies we watch, what music we listen to. You know, all these things have subconsciously embedded messages, and we are taking it all in. You know, all these videos on the internet, they all have embedded subliminal messages, or etc. So we have to be very, very discerning about this, very cautious about what we want. Because when you remove yourself from it, your life can get much better in a span of few days, months, because you didn't even realize you were taking on these energies that didn't serve you in any way, shape, or form. So that would be my message for you today. Get really honest and discerning about what serves you and what doesn't serve you, and perhaps do even detox, you know, like mental detox, social media detox, whatever you are consuming on the daily, and try to disconnect from anything and everything for even for a little while and see how it works for you or it doesn't work for you. Of course, take my word with a grain of salt. You have your free will, do as you please, but this is what I would advise. Okay.